Marco Rubio has now overtaken both JD Vance and Gavin Newsom as the betting favorite to be the next president, according to the Kalshi betting markets. What excites me is not just that I've been on the Rubio train for the last year, but that the rest of the country finally seems to be waking up to the vision of conservatism that he is offering. Because if you want a Trump style foreign policy paired with clear moral exceptionalism, Rubio is the clear answer over Vance. Vance's biggest departure from Trump is in foreign policy. I won't go through the entirety of Vance's spotty history here, but I'll just quickly name a few. He pushed for diplomacy with Iran even after Iran crossed Trump's red line. He was absent during the Maduro raid. He said that India and Pakistan fighting each other was not our problem. And he advised Trump not to strike the Houthis when they were attacking ships in the Red Sea. That is four situations where Vance seems opposed to Trump's foreign policy. Four situations where Vance shrunk toward isolationism rather than rising to be the world's power. And it's not just foreign policy where I dislike Vance. On economics, he often sounds more like Elizabeth Warren than he does a free market conservative. And his friends? He seems to cozy up to the crazies on the right. We know that he's friends with Tucker, who has gone off the rails, but he's also been afraid to call out Fuentes, the guy who called Vance's wife a slur. Vance wouldn't even defend his own wife from slurs, seemingly too afraid to offend the Fuentes wing of the party. And that is honestly what worries me the most. Vance plays footsie with the craziest among the right. The crowd that is too online, the crowd that thinks that slurs are fun, that thinks that radical Islam is no threat. Because, as Tucker Carlson said, he doesn't personally know anybody who has been killed by a radical Muslim. Vance speaks well and is great at dunking on the left when they say stupid things or ask him stupid questions, which makes him great for a figurehead role like vice president. But when I look past that, when I dig a little deeper, I see someone who I'm not sure should carry the conservative torch beyond Trump. But Rubio is a different story. The other day, he filled in for Carolyn Levitt while she's on maternity leave. I didn't watch the full press briefing, but I did see a few answers that he gave floating around the internet. And the one that is going the most viral really sticks out to me. And it sticks out because he offers his vision of America, his vision for the future of America.
You've had a deep faith for God and country. At the end of the day, with all that you've been involved in,
keep going.
You've been extremely busy.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
As we all know. I got to ask you, what is your hope for America at a time such as this?
My hope for America?
And how
the
do you
same as
personally
always been.
deal with that?
Yeah, look, I mean, my hope for America is what it's always been. I think it's the hope I hope we all share. We want it to continue to be the place where anyone from anywhere can achieve anything, where you're not limited by the circumstances of your birth, by the color of your skin, by your ethnicity, but frankly, it's a place where you are able to overcome challenges and achieve your full potential. I think that should be the goal of every country in the world, frankly, but I think in the U.S., we're not perfect. Our history is not one of perfection, but it's still better than anybody else's history, and ours is a story of perpetual improvement. Each generation has left the next generation of Americans freer, more prosperous, safer, and that is our goal as well. But it is a unique and exceptional country, and as we come upon this 250-year anniversary, I think we have a lot to learn and be proud of in our history. It is one of perpetual and continuous improvement, where each generation has done its part to bring us closer to fulfilling the vision that the founders of this country had upon its founding. So,
His hope for America is that we continue to provide a country where people can live up to the American dream. That this country keeps improving, providing more freedom, more economic prosperity, and a better life for its people. What he is saying is that he believes in American exceptionalism. The idea, not just that America is the best place to live, but that we are fundamentally different from other nations. That our founding documents give our nation an identity that isn't based on ethnicity or color, but on liberty, freedom, and God-given individual rights. And that those founding documents and those individual rights make this country different. They are what make this country morally better than our adversaries. And that because of those values, we should strive to be the beacon for the rest of the world. The place where people from across the world look and see hope, see freedom, and see opportunity. American exceptionalism is not just a vision, it's a moral duty. America is good, so we must advance that good and continue to make the good better. That means using our economic power, our diplomacy, and when necessary, our military strength, because we have a responsibility to protect the system that makes this country exceptional. And what that requires is for America to be the global power, to recognize where our interests lie abroad, and then work to advance those interests. American exceptionalism requires us to work toward free markets, to work to provide a place where an impoverished person from the third world can move here legally and work. to better their own lives with the hope that their children see a better life than they had. For America to be exceptional, you cannot believe that America should be just one of many powers in the world. You cannot believe that we should let China's influence grow. We should let Russia and Iran have their own sphere of influence where they can spread their own values that are in direct opposition to ours. To be an American exceptionalist, you cannot be an isolationist. You cannot let Iran run roughshod over the Middle East. You cannot sit idly by while two nuclear powers escalate a decades-long territorial dispute. To be an American exceptionalist, you cannot let government replace the free market. You cannot tolerate those who paint America as the source of the world's evils. And you must believe that your values are true and that they're worth leading the world with. Because what makes America exceptional is our values. And if our values are good and true, then we should take steps to ensure that those values live on for generations, that those values are the driving force in the world. And right now, looking at Rubio and Vance, I see one person who sees America as good and one who cozies up to those who denigrate America, who think America is the cause of the world's problems, who think America's values are no better than that of our adversaries like Russia and China. Given the choice between the two, I'll take Rubio every time. Subscribe and like the video for more from me. I'm trying to build a brand based on honest, reasonable takes and not the performative outrage that you get from so many online. I want to hear your thoughts and criticisms. I'll reply to you in the comments. If that resonates with you, subscribe and head to my Substack to get new releases emailed directly to you. With that, I'll see you next time. Thank you.